Hello, Hoboken! Thank you for tuning into Hoboken Talks. I am Vera Sirota, and we are broadcasting live from 1301 Hudson Street in the upper gallery of the Hoboken Historical Museum. Thank you for tuning in. We have an awesome program tonight. We are here for Hoboken Talks, which started during the pandemic to interview interesting people from our community. And so we are super excited today to be hosting food writer and contributor for the Hoboken Girl, Elena Gergis. Yay, so welcome, Elena. Yeah.
Thank you for
and we got some Puerto Rican folks. Woo! And for any folks watching at home, we encourage you to send in your comments on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you for tuning in live, and we'll do our best to incorporate them into the program. So welcome, Elena. Thank you for being here. First of all, doesn't Elena look stunning? Look at this gorgeous dress. You're a goddess.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're so excited for you to be here and to learn more about your family, and there's so much to discuss. So we really wanted to start with, you have an amazing grandmother and mother, and they both are from Puerto Rico. So we'd love to hear more about them and their journey and coming to Hoboken.
So my grandmother, Carmen, she had 6 kids in
Wow.
Puerto Rico. She
Big
had her hands
family.
full.
Yeah, right.
So, but she lived in a very toxic environment.
Okay.
So she made a brave decision to pack up her things and grab her kids, hop on a plane, and come to New Jersey.
Wow.
And she had relatives that lived in Hoboken. So that's how she ended up here. And
Right.
she stayed with them for a little while, and then until she got a job and was able to get her own apartment. And she got her first apartment at 2nd and River Street.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk by and always think about her. That's amazing. Terrific.
Yeah.
So it was a big journey for her, and was for personal reasons that she came
yeah.
here.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a very scary trip for her.
And to start her life all over again. And how old was she when she moved here?
They came in 1966.
Okay.
I know my mom was almost 13.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So she was a
Yeah.
teenager.
Mhm.
That's really hard to move at that age.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so, but I've talked to my mom about it, and she always says that for her it was like a happy move.
Mm-hmm. Because they were
She-
coming
Yeah.
right for the best reasons.
Yeah.
So that's good. Well, I'm glad that Hoboken
Yeah.
is like a welcoming place, and they got like a fresh start that they needed.
Mhm.
Amazing. And then where did they move to from 2nd and River? Like, what was the next place that they lived in Hoboken?
So they moved to a few different places. I can't recall exactly, but I remember they moved to like Adams.
Mm-hmm. So they kept moving west.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they lived on Jefferson. Yeah.
And this is kind of like the height of like the Puerto Rican community, like the biggest diaspora is here in Hoboken. And so it must have been an exciting time for them to move here, like to have
Yeah.
like compatriots to live with and a sense of community. Is that their experience?
Yeah, where they lived, there were also other Puerto Ricans that lived like in the same building. So my mom has like a lot of happy memories about like neighbors and hanging out outside
Right.
and playing with her brothers and sisters, much like they did in Puerto Rico, but they brought it here.
Yeah.
And they said that it was happy times.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm so glad to hear that. Amazing. So we wanted to talk a little bit about how culture was woven into your childhood, because you have the immigration experience from your parents, or from your mom and your grandma. And for you, how has the culture been woven into your life?
Wow, I want to say definitely through food. Food is a major in our culture.
Yep.
And in my life, food was a big part of my childhood and still today. I remember my mom just cooking in the kitchen every day. Her food is amazing. Her food is delicious. My house always smelled of sofrito, so that's very nostalgic for me. Like now when I'm cooking and the smell of sofrito, it reminds me of my childhood and, those years growing up. And and I would watch her cook, and I learned everything that I know. I learned from her.
That's amazing.
And my grandmother, she was an amazing cook as well. So those family recipes, you know, they stay with me, and I share them today on my blog.
I know, that's awesome. And we're gonna get to that about how you're carrying on that proud legacy in their lineage. That's tremendous. But we wanted to mention the background photo here. So we were looking up the official name of this building, the Pavilion of Columbus Park. This is actually what my teenage daughter does. She hangs out with her friends and sits on the floor. I feel like that's what Elena and I are doing right now. Tell us about why you chose this photo. Why is this significant for you, and the greater meaning of Columbus Park and specifically this building?
So I always lived near Columbus Park as a child. We moved a couple of times, but it was always around this area.
Yeah.
And so that was like,
so like a Midwest Hoboken girl. Right in the center.
It's literally my stomping grounds.
Yeah.
And it's the park that I always went to, the park that I used to play with my friends, and it's a big part of me. Like, it feels like home when I go to that park.
Oh, Xenia, this is actually my aunt. She said, hello, tuning in from Michigan. There's also a large Puerto Rican community here in the Metro Detroit area. Yes, absolutely. Yay. Oh, Evan here coming, which is Elena's husband. Yay, your biggest fan. We'll talk about him. Woo! That's so awesome. Oh, I love hearing that support. That's great. So you are a proud public school grad, and you went to, I believe, Wallace. Well, you're in the perfect location here. I call it. You got Wallace. You went to Brant, which was at that point a middle school, then Hoboken High. Like, you could have zip lines to all three schools. So tell us a little bit about being a student.
It was great. Like you said, super convenient. It was like a hop and skip away from home. And I never had to wake up super early because I was literally
there,
a minute away.
So convenient.
So that was great. I loved school, and I loved all of my schools. My teachers were great. I have beautiful memories of my Like, I remember every single teacher that I had since like kindergarten.
Aw, they had a big impact on you.
Yeah, they each had a big impact, and loved my friends. Always had great friends at each school. So very happy times, and I always did good in school. I was always on the honor roll and part of the honor society. So that was great. It was just great. Yeah, fun times.
That's great. Oh, I think we have some great pictures of you as a young student and at Wallace. We'd love to see some of those pictures. Oh, so these are actually your folks, right? So this is from Puerto Rico. I forgot about this picture. I'm sorry. This black and white one. Tell us a little bit about this one.
So that's my grandmother, Carmen.
Oh, beautiful, with the beautiful red lips, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
And my grandfather. His name was Miguel.
He looks super cool.
Yeah.
With those glasses.
On.
Yeah.
And so my mom is the girl in the front with the white dress.
Okay,
yeah, that's my mom.
Oh, I can see your eyes in her. That's beautiful.
She was the oldest sister.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, yeah, this is the 6 siblings.
Yes.
Right, gotcha.
So,
you guys are doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's great feedback. Oh, so, beautiful picture.
3 boys, 3 girls.
Okay, wow. Perfect symmetry. Love that. Great picture. Aww.
Yeah.
Beautiful photo. Oh, here we are. Yeah, so I reckon this is on the north side of Columbus Park, right?
Yes.
Yes, I know exactly this building. Beautiful. Yeah. How old are you here?
I was 4.
Oh, so you're pre-K. Look at that gorgeous dress. Oh, I love that. So beautiful. Oh. Look, and the Twin Towers in the back. This is 8th grade, right? Grade. So you're at Brant at this point. Look at those beautiful girls.
We had a fun time. We had a boat trip.
Okay, very nice. I love the waterfront. That's so great.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, and here we are. This is Wallace, right?
Yes.
For pre-K. Oh yeah, gorgeous. You always have a beautiful dress. Just like today. Oh my goodness, that's tremendous. Those are great. Well, I'm so glad that you have oh my God, look at this picture. How old are you in this picture?
I was 5.
Look at that charisma. I
I just love taking pictures at a young age. Like
That's so
I was always ready to
great.
strike a pose.
Yes, I love it. Well, you later on get to work with fashion, so we'll mention this is like a, it's a foreshadowing of your future work.
The beginning.
Oh, I love it. I love those old school pictures of you as a little girl. That's so cute. Well, we were wondering if you could tell us a little bit, like, you talked about school being a place where you felt, you belonged and you found like a great crew, and that you were part of the honor society, and you were happy at all the schools and had good teachers. When did you discover your talents, and like what were some pivotal moments for you when you figured out, you found your passions? You're like, oh, I really want to do this, or I'm really good at this.
Wow.
Maybe receive some encouragement.
Definitely 8th grade for me was like an important year where I think I discovered that I was really good at writing. And my teacher was amazing. She really helped me find my voice as a writer. She helped me develop my writing skills, and we did so much writing that year, like really from the beginning until the end. It was like night and day, the growth. And
She worked you guys hard.
oh, she did. She worked us hard, but it was nice. Like I was enjoying it. Like I was enjoying writing, and I feel like I really built my confidence that year as a writer. So that was an important
So
year.
8th grade.
8th grade. And
You remember
then,
the teacher's name?
Yeah, her
What's
name was Miss Sansevier.
Oh, Miss Sansevier. So Miss Sansevier, if you're listening out there, thank you for your amazing work. Look, we have a
Yeah.
writer here. Thanks to her.
She was amazing, and also I have to give credit to my first grade teacher because like that was the beginning. At that age, I didn't know yet what I wanted to do or what I wanted to be, but she definitely helped me improve my writing skills, and she was strict as well.
Okay.
I think she was the strictest probably of all the teachers I've ever had, even
Oh
in
my God.
college.
And
Like,
first grade.
first grade was yeah, she was very, very strict. Her teaching style was rigorous, but it paid off.
Wow.
Definitely paid off. Even my penmanship was so amazing. By the end of the year, my mom said, I can't believe you're writing. It was like a little typewriter.
Wow.
My writing was so perfect and shaped,
So first grade and 8th grade
For
were
a first
pivotal
grade-
years.
yeah, really important.
And that's really when
years.
you realized that you wanted to write.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing. And creative writing specifically?
Yes. So in 8th grade, I did mostly creative writing. We did a lot of journaling that year, and it was fun because basically we were making up stories, and it was very fictional. And I enjoyed that, even though that's not kind of the field that I went into, but it was a fun time, and it helped me learn different types of writing.
It sparked your creativity.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
good. That's really good. And if you're journaling every day, you got good practice. That's how you got so good. By the end of the year. Well, that's amazing. They had such a big impact on you. That's awesome. Well, so fast forward to when you're older, you decide to study writing, right? And so you had these amazing experiences that you were telling me. You had the opportunity to intern at amazing places. You told me Teen Vogue, MTV,
Yes.
and VH1. How did you come across those opportunities? And just tell us more about that.
So in college, I was trying to find myself because I went to college and I knew what I liked to do, but I wasn't sure exactly where I was going to end up. And I just knew that I wanted a fun job. I didn't want a boring job. I didn't want to hate my life and, hate going to work every day. So I decided, let me just fill out applications for these fun places. I want to work in entertainment or fashion or something that I'm passionate about, so that I could always feel that energy, in my work. So I applied to MTV Networks and I got an internship.
That's awesome. So how old were you?
I was, I think, 21.
What an amazing
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah, I was 20 or 21. And it was so fun. I got to meet so many people. It was a really good program because they made sure that they set me up to succeed. Like they would set up interviews with different people in my department so I can learn like which route I wanted to go and what I liked, what I didn't like.
So they really mentored you.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice, and I made like long-term connections for sure. And during that time, I also worked at magazines. So I did a little work at Teen Vogue, and that was fun. That's when I got to cover like red carpet events.
Ooh, that's so fancy.
Yeah, I got to do a lot of fun stuff.
That's awesome.
I got to meet some celebrities. I did a couple of celebrity interviews. I wrote a lot of articles, covered a lot of events. I did. I remember I did some album release parties.
Very cool.
I did some work with Hot 97 too, the radio station.
Right, that's so fun.
So much fun.
So you're doing a lot of events and you're like really interacting with people, and especially like I'm sure like there's a lot of people around the celebrities, so it's like you have to be very diplomatic, right? You're like really honing a lot of different skills.
Yes,
right?
Nerve-wracking. But when I had like the celebrity interviews, thankfully it was planned out really nicely for me. Like it wasn't like I had to fight through the crowds, you know, like some journalists do. It was just scheduled, so I had like quiet time with them one-on-one, and it was nice.
Good.
It wasn't too crazy.
You can write a memoir about it, I'm sure. Well, I think we have some really cool pictures. Look at this! So this is when you started working. Oh my god, I feel like you should be this like photo shoot. You should be doing this like the promotion for Adidas. It's amazing. So this is when you were interning?
Yeah, that was during the years that I was interning, because I did modeling as well.
You didn't tell me that! That's awesome! Oh my goodness.
I did a little bit of everything.
You look stunning!
Yeah, I was doing like beauty and fashion for one of the magazines that I was interning. I was like,
look at that.
Beauty editor, so that's during
Thank
the
you,
time
David.
that I did some modeling, and I was a curly hair model. So I worked with a lot of like curly hair care brands.
Very cool.
And I did some commercials. This in particular was for Adidas and Urban Outfitters.
Very cool. I had no idea. That's so cool.
Yeah, so that was fun. And yeah, I was just discovering myself. Like I knew that I had like all these passions and all these things that I wanted to do, and I feel like everything was unfolding. Like I almost couldn't believe that I was doing these things. I was like, oh my god, I'm like
you're working in
commercial.
Right, you're working in really different capacities. Oh, Eric Hammer, this is a really wonderful, loyal Hoboken Historical Museum fan. He watches all of our shows, and he always comments, thank you, a fun show. That means a lot, Eric. Oh, that is tremendous. Oh, so I didn't even know about the modeling. That's so cool. Well, this picture is really stunning. Really, really cool. Well, we have to talk about, to tell us the story about one of your favorite memories. You really got to do something very cool here. Tell us about it. That looks like Halle Berry to me.
Yes. So I got assigned to attend this very special event. It was a like lingerie party. She was launching her lingerie. And
I had no idea. Wow.
It was so fun. She had like an intimate brunch party in the city, and I got to attend, and it was a blessing because it was like a really small group of people.
Okay.
And I was one of the lucky ones that was selected to go, cover this. And it was beautiful. She spoke about the inspiration behind her line. And she sent us all home with goodie bags with like lingerie.
That's so cool!
It was so nice.
Get some swag.
Yeah, we got it even before it launched in stores. So
Okay, very cool.
super cool. Yeah.
That's awesome. And what was she like as a person?
Very sweet, very very humble, down to earth. Just like,
So you had a good impression of her.
Yeah.
Aww.
Definitely, yeah.
That is so cool. Well, that's not something you get to do every day. Halle Berry. That's such a highlight. And who were you working for at that point when you got to interact with her?
I was working for a magazine called M Stars News.
Okay,
in New
very
York.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure like all your colleagues are like, I wish I got to go on that.
Some of them were jealous
I
that day.
believe it. And she looks so elegant. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, she's
she's
so
gorgeous. Oh my
so
god.
pretty. Well, what an amazing opportunity. How old were you when you got to do this?
I was, I think, like 23 or 24.
You're like unbelievable. That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Well, to many more. That's awesome. Well, we would love to learn more about your family. We heard from David. We wanted to see some pictures of him and to talk about how you, oh, look at this great pictures. This is the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
And I think you guys got engaged here?
We did.
Yeah, so tell us how you met.
So we met through mutual friends. His friend was dating my friend.
Okay.
And they thought that we would be a good match.
Aw.
They were right because
Oh.
we were like, we exchanged phone numbers first before we met in person.
Okay.
And a couple weeks later we met and it was amazing. Like sparks flew and it was magical. I know it sounds cliche, but it really was like love at first sight because we had that instant connection.
Yeah. And he grew up in Jersey City?
He grew up in Jersey
So it's
City.
like a Hudson County love story.
Yeah.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
so sweet.
We've been like inseparable ever since.
Oh, so how long have you guys known each other?
We met in 2013.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And then when was this taken when you guys got engaged?
We got engaged in 2015.
Okay. Beautiful. This picture is so... Now, who took the picture of you guys here?
Oh, it was a random person. He proposed.
Yeah, tell me how you proposed. This is like so cinematic. You guys are in front of the Grand Canyon.
Oh my god, it was so beautiful. So it was my birthday
Aw.
and he took me on a trip. So, and it was a surprise. I knew nothing about it. And he said, we're gonna go to the Grand Canyon and I set up this tour, then we're gonna have lunch. And he did amazing, by the way. Like he set the whole thing up.
Aw.
And so we were like at the highest point and he got very like sentimental and said, I want to, he said, I wrote you something. I wrote you a poem.
Oh man, that's really good. He
And-
knows the way to write a song. Write a poem. Oh my god.
He pulled out a paper. It was so cute. It was like a little folded paper where he wrote the poem and he read it. And then he got down
That's
on
so
one knee and
sweet.
proposed. It was like magical.
That's
it was
so
really
beautiful. What an amazing story. Now, is he a writer like you?
No. He's not.
Oh, well, that effort, like he was
Yeah.
speaking your love language.
Cute, yeah.
Oh, what a sweetie pie. I have to meet him. Oh, that's amazing.
I want to give him a quick shout out because he owns an accounting firm.
Ah, okay.
It's called Everyday Accounting.
All right.
And he's been doing amazing. He grew the
Yeah.
business over the last couple of years and
Yeah.
it's doing really well.
Yeah.
And I'm super proud of him.
Oh, well, you guys, anytime you post a recipe, anytime you're doing something, he is like, broadcasting and showcasing you and showing your love, and like that sense of mutual support is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. That's so great. And I think we have an amazing picture of you guys at your wedding.
Yes.
So tell us about your wedding.
So we were married on a yacht. There he is.
That's so sweet.
We had a yacht wedding.
Wow.
And
On the Hudson River?
it was at the ports
Okay.
at Weehawken.
Oh, amazing. That's so cool.
It was beautiful. It was a beautiful day. And we wanted to do something different, and I was like, let's get married on a yacht and, it'll be fun.
Have Halle Berry come.
But it was good. We had a fun time. We partied on the boat. We had great food, beautiful scenery, like it was just good vibes all around. And beautiful memories.
Oh, amazing. Well,
Yeah.
it's now not just the two of you. Your family has grown and you're a mom, which is such a big deal. So I think you're pregnant here with your first, right?
Yes.
With Ella. So tell us about how your family started growing and about your kids. This is such a
So-
gorgeous picture. Where was this taken?
This was in Brooklyn.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. I'm obsessed with cherry blossoms.
Oh, this is your season.
Yeah, it was spring, and I was
Aw.
like, I have to take a picture, with the cherry blossoms before I give birth, because it's a dream come
When's
true.
her birthday?
Her
When's she born?
birthday is June 9th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
this was May
Right.
when we did the shoot, and it was perfect. The weather was nice, and cherry blossoms were in bloom, and she was born in the spring. She's my spring baby, and I was like, I visualized like the shoot in my head, and we brought it to life, and I was so happy with it.
It's a gorgeous picture. Beautiful.
Thank you.
I think we have a picture of Ella. Oh, wow, look at this, so cute. No, she's now a kindergartner, right?
Yes.
So this is like a really old school picture. So cute with the pearls.
Yeah.
So sweet. So what's Ella like? Tell us, what's her personality?
She is literally a little fashionista.
Okay. Oh, I wonder where she gets it
I
from.
know. She is my mini me. She is.
Aw.
Literally, like what you see in this photo is what she has become. She
Awesome.
just loves tutu skirts, and she's in ballet, and she loves dressing up and jewelry and bow in her hair, and she's just all about fashion,
Love it.
dressed to the nines.
And she
all
was
the
like
time.
that, like from the beginning, right?
From the beginning.
That's just her personality.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Since little baby, she just knew what she liked, and it's so beautiful to see, because I was like that too at that age. Like, I loved fashion. I used to play dress up with my Barbie dolls, and now
Aw.
she's doing the same thing.
You have a protege. Oh, that's so cute. And then she has a little brother
Yes.
who's Cameron.
Cameron.
Yeah, so this is when you're pregnant. This is such a
Uh-huh.
beautiful picture of you guys. So sweet. Oh my
She was
goodness.
2 years old.
Okay, oh, so there's a 2-year age difference?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Awesome. Oh, look, he's so
Cameron.
cute. He wrapped up like a little burrito. So cute. Oh, tell us what Cameron's like.
Cameron, oh my goodness. He's the one that gives me headaches.
Aw.
He is.
He's spunky.
Oh my goodness. So much energy.
The second one, I don't know what it is. They're like so rebellious and energetic.
Troublemaker.
Yeah. One more time. I have 2 kids too, so I get it. Oh, look at this. This is such a nice picture of you guys.
Yeah,
Oh, I love that
family.
swaddle face. Oh, so nice. Wait, so how old is Cameron now? He's 2 or
3.
3. Okay. Okay.
And Ella's 5.
Oh, so this is a more contemporary picture.
Yeah, we
Look
just took
at
this one.
that. This is from last Christmas?
Yes.
Beautiful. You guys are the Christmas presents. That is, oh my god, these pictures are so great. Who do you use the same photographer for all these shoots? I feel like you got like a really great photographer.
I have really good photographers. So it was the same photographer who did my maternity shoots for
Okay.
Ella and Cameron. Same
Okay.
photographer.
Yeah.
And then
And you really know, like, you have a good eye for good photographers because of your background.
yeah. And
Yeah.
this is a different photographer. She's amazing too. We go to her every year for our family photo.
I'm like, where is this house? Like,
Oh my god, it's a studio.
it's like
in
Elton
New
John's
York.
house.
It's gorgeous. He has like 5 of these set up in his
Oh,
studio,
it's
like
so
different backdrops.
gorgeous. This is your Christmas card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do Christmas shoots every year with her. She
Aw.
just gets it, and she's so good with kids.
Aw.
Like, it was nearly impossible to get these 2 kids to smile at the same time, because
I'm
especially
snorting.
Cameron was like in his terrible twos like mode, and he was not into it that day, and she was
Yeah.
bribing him with lollipops, and we
Aw.
got the shot, but it was hard work.
Oh, well, it paid off. This is beautiful. It's good. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, well, I want to ask ask you a question. This is like for super selfish reasons. You're a mom and you're like a woman creative. And so I kind of want to ask you two-part questions. What do you do for self-care? Because you're taking care of a family now, but also what do you do for inspiration? Because you write, and that's like giving birth in its own way. So tell us what you do to give us your secrets for inspiration and just to take care of yourself, for self-care strategies.
Self-care, I like to unwind, listen to music. I love listening to peaceful meditations. That's like key when I'm feeling anxious or stressed or just like overwhelmed with life. That's really helpful. I do deep breathing exercises, and that helps keep me grounded and focused.
That's great.
It's really good because like sometimes I need that clarity because mommy brain is like,
oh my gosh,
no joke.
Yeah, for sure.
So some days I really need that more than others. But that's like my go-to when I'm like, okay, I need some self-care. That's what I do. I like yoga too. I don't always have time to do that, but yoga is like a really good practice as well.
For sure. I agree. That sounds great. But then what do you do to like light your fire when you need to do some writing? You need to get inspired.
So it depends like what I'm writing. For like my blog, I usually I go sometimes to my mom and ask her questions because she's like, the GOAT when it comes to these recipes.
Right.
And sometimes, and I've learned from her. I know everything that I know from her. So I'm pretty good with like writing my recipes and everything. But sometimes when it's a recipe I'm not that familiar with, I call mom and hey mom, I forgot how to
going to
make this.
a Jedi. Cooking Jedi.
Yeah, she guides me through it, and then I'm like, okay, I got this.
Good.
Now. So definitely for that. For work,
yeah, when you have to like write a piece for Hoboken Girl, like in your
so for that, I usually just go like to the place that I'm covering. For example, like I sometimes do like the best cocktails for summer in Hoboken and Jersey City.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
And it's
Good list.
Fun. So like, I'll typically visit the places that I'm covering for like visuals and for it to see like the atmosphere, what it's like, and then once I get a sense of it, I have a better understanding of how I'm gonna go about writing, and it's much easier that way. So, and it's always fun because I get to taste things.
Right.
It's literally the best job ever.
That's awesome. So you're always hearing about new places opening up, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any good ones that are coming out that you think we should try? That you're like excited about that something's opening? Or
there are so many new places, and in Hoboken I feel like every other week there's like a new spot, and I can't even keep up. Like it's just so much, it's a little bit overwhelming. And like I save them on my phone. When I see them pop up on Instagram or whatever, I save them and I'm like, we have to try this, and then like I forget like life and the kids, and it's just it gets forgotten, and I have like literally a long list of places that I'm still waiting to like visit and try. I can't think of like one specific, but definitely there are a few that I need to visit soon.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit how you started your blog.
So I started the food blog in 2022.
Okay.
It was shortly after I had Cameron. I was just stay-at-home mom during that time, and I was cooking every day. And being in the kitchen like reignited my passion for food and cooking. So that's when I decided to start the food blog, and I started sharing food content later that year, but I wasn't very consistent. In 2023, I started sharing more consistently, but I was a little bit all over the place.
Okay.
I hadn't found yet like
your
my
voice.
niche.
Yeah.
I hadn't found my voice. I was sharing recipes, but not like a particular cuisine.
Okay.
It was very generalized. Like I was just sharing random recipes, and I feel like I wasn't being noticed yet. I wasn't getting views or followers. Nothing was happening. And so I had to like dig deep and figure out like a new strategy. And around the holiday season, I want to say like October, November, is when I started tapping into my culture and sharing Puerto Rican recipes and my family recipes. And I feel like when I started doing that is when I started to see the growth. And like mid-November, beginning of December, I shared one recipe. It was my coquito recipe.
That's awesome.
And that went completely viral.
Yes, it makes such a good gift.
Yeah, like everyone loves coquito.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So, and my recipe was vegan.
Very cool. Rand, we're going to get you one. Rand is a vegan. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. It's just coconut based. Like it's coconut milk, coconut cream.
Well, and coconut is still so like Caribbean. That's like what it says. That's awesome.
So yeah, we got almost 2 million views on that video.
Everybody likes coquito.
Yeah, people were going nuts over the recipe, and like I had thousands of people in my DM and in the comments, send me the recipe. I couldn't keep up with like the demand. I was like, oh my god, what's happening?
Maybe, well, would you ever do a coquito party here at the museum?
Oh my god, I should.
I feel like we should do that. That'd be so fun. Oh my gosh, I gotta share the coquito.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh my goodness. So
that's like such a highlight from that.
It really was. And it was like closing the year, and my page blew up after that. Like I had thousands and thousands of follows. So many people, and not only people like requesting the recipe, I had people coming back to tell me, oh my god, it was so good.
Oh great.
It was a hit at my Christmas party.
Well, getting that like positive reinforcement is so good.
And it felt so good, and that was like my confirmation that okay, you're on the right path. This is working.
Right.
And
it felt authentic to you.
Yes.
Right. It was in alignment.
Exactly. It just felt right, and it was a lesson for me as well, because I feel like once I started sharing like my true authentic self, that's when the floodgates opened. Right.
And it's like this maternal way to keep in touch with like, you know, your grandmother and your mother. You know, it's like it's really your whole like carrying on their legacy, right? Yes. And you're like taking that inspiration from when you were like a little girl and like immersed in their cooking and then passing it on to like a whole other generation, which is really beautiful. Yeah. It's really touching. Tell everybody the name of the website so we can go to it.
It's called Made with Sazon.
Made with Sazon.
And that's where you'll find all the Latin recipes, and it's growing every day. It's growing, and I'm adding more and more recipes. So
that's tremendous. Well, I was telling Rand, I said we want to manifest a book for you. Yeah. So you can share these recipes because they're really wonderful. Following you on Instagram is really inspirational, and you make it look so easy. It is really inspiring, and everything always looks so savory and great. So, aw. Well, I feel like this is a good time. We have a special little treat that Elena brought. I wanted to show everybody at home some really amazing food. If you could take a look. So tell us about this, Elena.
So these are picadillo empanadas. Picadillo is a seasoned ground beef that's cooked with sofrito and tomatoes, olives, onions, peppers. It's very savory and delicious. It's a perfect filling for an empanada, alcapurrias, papa rellena, which is like stuffed potato
That's
ball.
One of my favorites. Oh my gosh.
So, and the recipe is on my website. So it can be easily found.
These are gorgeous.
Thank you.
Well, I feel like we should eat one. Can I offer one to you?
Yes, absolutely.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yay. And I'll take one too, and I'll put this down. And you said the recipe's on your website?
Yes. Awesome. Madewithsazon.com. It's my picadillo recipe. Highly requested. It's one of my
and I want to show this. Tell us a little bit about this.
So this is chimichurri sauce. And that's made
It smells
with-
amazing. This was like in my nose the whole time.
It's very aromatic.
Yeah.
It's parsley, Fresno peppers, shallots, garlic, olive oil, red wine vinegar, and a little bit of lime to
Awesome.
lift it up.
Delicious. So yummy. Well, I feel like we should take a bite, right?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yummy. Oh my gosh, so good. Oh my goodness. I didn't eat dinner, so this is amazing. I'm gonna eat all of these. It's so good. Oh,
Thank you.
this is so delicious. Wow. Well, Elena, I went through all my questions. Is there anything that you feel moved to share with everybody at home? I'm thinking especially like the role of the internships. I'm really thinking about that, how that like really opened up so many doors for you. Like for anybody young, you know, who wants to kind of, they're thinking about this. What advice do you have for them?
The sky is the limit.
Mm.
I want to teach this to my children. I want to teach them that whatever they want to achieve, it's absolutely doable. You just have to work hard and stay focused. Whatever you want to happen, it will happen.
Right.
You just need to focus on the plan and stick to it.
That's really inspirational, you know, and I think especially your lesson of, you know, when you really felt that you found your voice, like everything clicked. You're like, it was there all along and you just had to tap into it, right?
Yeah.
It was inside of you. It's always inside of you. You just need to like find that. Yeah, dig deep, right? But it's like a process of, you know, exploration, right? Oh, well, awesome. Well, we thank everybody for tuning in. I just want to plug that Elena is on Instagram. Tell us your Instagram handle.
It's curlsandpearls.eats
Okay.
on Instagram. Everywhere else, you can find me at Made with Sazon. Unfortunately, that's taken on Instagram. So that's
okay.
why I'm still Curls and Pearls Eats on Instagram.
Well, curls is perfect for you. You're a model. I have no idea. That's so amazing. Perfect. And then you write for Hoboken Girl, so people
Yes.
should look for your byline on the Hoboken Girl.
Yes, search my articles, Elena Gergis at the Hoboken Girl.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we want to thank you for being here and
Thank
for
you for
sharing your
having
story. A big shout out to your mom and to your grandma for doing
Yes.
such an amazing job. I'm so glad that they came to Hoboken and like you are like the embodiment of their dream. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's cookie dough. I love it. Rand found the recipe and it's vegan. That is amazing. Beautiful. Oh, fabulous interview from Ksenia. So enjoyed tuning in.
Thank you.
Oh, we got our Michigan representation here. Awesome. Well, we would really love to do something again with you. We're going to have to do something about the cookies.
Yes, coquito and empanadas.
That sounds perfect. That sounds so perfect. Oh my goodness. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for being such a generous
you.
person. And
Thank you
Yeah,
for having me.
absolutely.
So
Oh,
fun.
Eric, thank you very much. Great show. Thank you, Eric. That means the world. Awesome. Well, so this concludes Hoboken Talks. We'd like to thank Elena and the amazing Ran Hoppy. He found that vegan recipe real quick. I love that man. And coming up soon, we have Michael Canarizza with Hoboken Mary DeGata. We are so excited for this interview. It's actually next week. Usually we have a break, but it's actually April 18th at 7 p.m. So we encourage you to stay tuned. Michael doesn't live in Hoboken anymore, but you could take the kid out of Hoboken, but you can't take Hoboken out of the kid. It's going to be a great show and learn all about his growing up here in Hoboken. So we have to thank our funders and supporters, the New Jersey Historical Commission, the New Jersey Council for the Humanities. We would like to recognize our Shipyard Circle. These are our trustees and donors. We couldn't do our work without you. Thank you for your faith. To Iron State, we have our space because of them. We're able to do all of our programming. Thank you for your generosity. we are really in an amazing space because of them. We want to highlight our current exhibits. This is an amazing exhibit. If you haven't seen it yet, Benedict J. Fernandez, he's a photojournalist. He actually worked here in the shipyard and then went on to document Dr. Martin Luther King, the campaign for civil rights. He's got amazing photographs, protest photographs of the 60s. We really encourage you to come check it out. And here in the upper gallery, this is an amazing show. We've had such a wonderful response. Julio Santiago, he is a local painter. All his paintings are of Hoboken. He is basically a teaching artist. We've had so many schools and daycares come to check out his work. It really resonates. He does an amazing job depicting Hoboken and just showing his love for the community. We're so grateful to have him. And it's on view until April 21st. So if you haven't had a chance to come check it out, we encourage you to do that. As always, we really appreciate your support, all your comments, your likes, your shares, subscribe. Facebook and Instagram is where you can find our work. It is such an honor to be doing this work. The Hoboken Historical Museum loves, upholding our history, but also contributing to the culture of Hoboken. So thank you. From all of us at the Hoboken Historical Museum, we're going to sign off. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Elena. Thank you, Rand. And thank you to everybody who watched at home. All the best. Bye.